Good morning, everyone, and welcome. I'm Tami, and you are at Nutmeg Notebook. And boy, do we have a full house today. It's going to be exciting. We have Sia Hurst from 60 Living with us, as well as her team. We have Carla and Andrea and Marianne and Michelle, Kathy and Robin, and we are so excited. So little housekeeping at first. I am going to be sharing hosting responsibilities this morning with my friend Sia. And they are going to be talking all about the amazing, wonderful programs that they have to offer this fall through 60 Living. You can live anywhere in the world, literally anywhere in the world, and participate in this amazing community. So if you live someplace where you don't have like-minded people who have adopted the same lifestyle as you and you need some support, we have multiple opportunities for you today to get that support online. If you have questions, you can ask questions in the chat feed. We just ask that you would preface those with 3 question marks and end with 3 question marks so that we can see those. They'll pop out at us. We have Tiffany and Jesse as moderators. They're here almost every week with us. We thank them. And we've also made Sia a moderator today so that she can post links in the chat feed for us as well. So I would like to introduce Sia. Let's bring Sia on, Tom. And Sia, it's evening. She's in Greece and it's evening there. That always blows my mind. She was talking about this evening and I'm like, oh, it's early morning here. It's so crazy. Okay, so
we need video and sound from Sia.
She's coming.
Hi, good morning.
Hi. Oh, she said good morning. And I know it's good evening for you.
It is. Yeah, it is. But it's good morning for you. It was good morning for you. How you doing?
Doing great. How about you, Sia?
I'm doing all right. It's really good to see you. We haven't been together since May.
I know.
In Greece, and that was lovely. So it's so good to see you and all your Alaska tours and adventures you've had this summer. Well, what a season. What a season.
Yeah,
Time crazy. To kick it off. Kick it off again.
Yeah, so exciting. Well, it's fun to have you on. And I want to remind people that we did multiple videos all about your modified intermittent fasting program. And so if people want to learn about that, they can go back in my YouTube channel. I think you also have them posted on your website at 60 Living. And so
yeah, there's a whole playlist that's all your videos that are all your videos on the YouTube. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And so, you know, people can watch those when they get done with us here today if they want to. And I'm super excited to hear. I mean, I've been reading about what you guys have going on, but I'm so excited. You have assembled quite an amazing team. And you have a Facebook group now for 60 Living that Robin is moderating. And oh my gosh, you've got so much stuff going on.
It is absolutely amazing, amazing. And all of this has come because of what you and I began in January of 2023, of 2022.
It's okay. You're fast forwarding.
It hasn't even been a year, my friend. And our little community has grown now to, we have 17 members, different programs. You're going to meet each of them today. You're going to meet Carla Hoffman, who has an amazing program and does private coaching. You're going to meet our in-house yogi, Andrea Mullen, who is just wonderful and will be offering live yoga. And Marianne and Michelle that are bringing people together in support groups, Robin and Kathy doing other book clubs. So we have all these things. And of course, Robin with the Facebook page as well. And then I'm doing a couple of things too, but we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about all of that later. So yeah, you know, maybe you just kind of want to meet them because they are.
Let's do. So
magic. Yeah, there's,
Um,
if I'm looking at this, I'm gonna try to find links that I can put in the chat room that might help people find some stuff, okay?
Yeah,
From my
that's great.
over there. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that would be great. And so, do you want to go ahead and introduce Carla then, and we'll bring Carla on.
Miss Carla Hoffman is a certified nutritarian health coach. She first came to 60 Living with you in February. And I remember one thing, the first thing I remember about Carla is the first day she was really quite quiet. And then at one moment, all of a sudden she smiled and laughed and everything just opened up about her. And she became known as just one of the dearest and most loving and wonderful friends that I have. So Carla Hoffman, creator of so many wonderful things. Is she popping in?
Tom's going to bring her on.
There she is. Well, there she is.
There she
Hi.
is.
Sound. We need something.
Okay. There, we got it. Hi, Carla.
Tami, it's so great. Well, I've been seeing you and sometimes Tom on your show since the last
Sure.
time we spoke. But yeah, it's really great to talk to you again.
And he's waving. Tom's waving. Yeah, it's so good to have you here. We're super excited. And Carla and I did do the modified intermittent fasting program together and got to know each other there. And so it's really fun to see you. So tell us about what you're doing. I'm so excited about this for you.
Well, thanks very much. Yeah, so a little bit about me. I'm 41 years old and I'm living in Idaho with a couple of sheltered dogs. It's a situation for me. I work full-time as a project manager at a nonprofit out here, but what I really aspire to do is to be a personal health coach. And I'm really interested in helping people achieve their health and weight loss goals, particularly reversing diabetes and helping with obesity. So how I got to be here in front of you is back in 2009, I picked up a book called Skinny Bitches, and I was on an international flight and I read it from cover to cover in that one sitting. And it was just such a graphic depiction of factory farming and animal cruelty. And it was just something I had never heard of before. And I went vegan on that flight. And I cried through the whole thing and I was just so rocked by it. So my mom picked me up from the airport and she announced we were going to Applebee's and I announced I'm vegan. And so we didn't know how to feed me. And for a couple of weeks, I was miserable. I didn't know how to feed myself. I had no idea how to be vegan. I didn't even know about whole food plant-based, but I was eating a lot of brown food like chips and crackers and bread. And I just really didn't know what I was doing. So I reintroduced dairy and fish back in, and unfortunately, that stuck with me for quite a few years. But then back in January of 2020, I decided I was going to cut out cheese and just for the fat content. And I still didn't know about this lifestyle. So I went onto YouTube and I did a search for homemade vegan cheese recipes, and I came across Plantiful Kiki. And I watched her no cheese sauce. And then I watched every other one of her videos that were out at the time. And I found Dylan at Roll Your World. And I found The Starch Solution and Tami and Tom and Dr. Greger and Dr. Furman. And I learned what whole food plant-based and SOS free meant. So that's really what kicked it off for me. And I wanted to continue to improve my own health. So I went to the T. Colin Campbell course at eCornell for the plant-based nutrition, and I got certified there. And then I went to the Dr. Furman Nutritarian course there. And then just by chance, I was watching Tami and sometimes Tom interview Sia. And I watched the live show you did back in January, right before your modified fasting program. And I just decided on a whim to sign up. And I liked the program immediately. And that first day, I signed up for the March and April program as well. So I'd done those 3 programs in a row. And during that time, I became really close with Sia and we developed a friendship. And I said, hey, I'm really interested in personal health coaching. Do you think we could work together? And she was all for it, but I wasn't finished with my course yet, my nutritarian coaching course. So she let me have the reins and develop my own program at 60 Living, which is what I did. And I've been doing that since August with her. And I just want to say, Tami, that every one of the participants in all of the MFPs I've done, the modified fasting programs, and in my own program, every person that has come to us has been through you and your program and what you have been sharing in your community. So on behalf of 60, thank you so much. I mean, you've just grown the community in all kinds of different directions with the people that you share, like the experiences and the people that you know in your life, and you share them with the community. So thank you.
Oh, that just gives me goosebumps. So, well, it was just serendipity that that I met Sia when Tom and I were in Greece, and that her and Dominic decided to spend a day with us, and and that just was the beginning of an incredible friendship. And I'm so thrilled that we have a platform where we can share what you guys are all doing there, because it's making a huge difference in people's lives.
Yeah.
It's transformational. So thank you for being a part of it. It's so exciting.
Yeah, well, thank you. And so, so there's two things I'm doing for 60 Living. The first one is a private health coaching, and you can go to Sia's website and on the homepage, scroll down to the personal coaching. And you can sign up for a 20-minute completely free session with me, and we'll just do it via Zoom at whatever time is convenient for you. And you tell me about what your health goals are, and then I'll tell you what my approach would be, and we'll just see if it's a good fit, and there's no commitment. The second thing that I'm doing is an ongoing, once a month, I'm doing a 10-day class, and it's called 60 Balance. And what we do in that course is we come together in a small group of 10 people for 10 days. We meet 1 hour per day, and we just support each other. We do some lecture on like nutrition, and then we do activities in all 6 of the dimensions, and we try to help people find a balance. And those 6 dimensions that the whole 60 Living brand is built on are nutrition and physical movement, creativity, intellectual, intersentient, and intrapersonal. And so we don't think that you have to have everything all equally balanced, but we do want to push people to explore how they could get better balance by opening their eyes about some other ways to get those dimensions in to their daily lives or weekly or however they can manage them. So we have a great nutrition on or a focus on nutrition, where we have a particular food plan. And we've got, it's at about 1,200 calories per day. It's tons of food. We use calorie density to manage that. And all the participants have the ability to find seasonal food and swap in all the things that they love. So it's not a really regimented program. It's more of a guideline. And the reason why Sia has designed these programs to be 10 days is because that's when habits really start to form. So these programs are not meant to be a cleanse. Particularly mine is meant to just carry right over into your everyday life and be able to pick up some tools to eat more healthfully and just get more nutrition in. And I also, since I work full time, my groups meet at 4:30 p.m. Pacific. That's 5:30 Mountain, 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern, so that people that work during the day still have an opportunity to participate in one of our programs.
Absolutely.
I love that. That's so great. What do you want to add, Sia?
Well, I just really want to make sure that people understand that Carla is an amazing coach. And I really want to encourage people to go ahead and spend 20 minutes with her. It's free. Get to know her. She's an amazing human being. She's an empath, and she's knowledgeable. She's kind, and she's patient. She's everything you want in someone who's going to guide you to health and wellness. And if I'm honest, her programs are so popular. Yeah, they're fantastic. So yeah, definitely try to get into one of those 60 balance programs. Carla, you are a gem. I did put in the chat room links, okay? And I'll do that. I'm trying to figure out how to do it, but I'll get there by the end of the show. I'm sure it'll be seamless.
Show notes too.
Yeah, so
Yeah, and then,
go ahead, Tami.
Oh, I was just going to say that also underneath the video, we also have links. So on YouTube, if you click on see more, in the description underneath the video, we've also put links in there.
You have, and you've put amazing links, and we're so grateful for that. Again, I just put a link to like Carla's page so people could easily just click and find Carla right now and try to get in with her. All right, Carla, I'm so glad that you decided that you wanted to do this. And I am so honored that you chose our community to begin doing this. Thank you so much, Carla.
Thank you so much. And thanks again, Tami, for having us. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was great to see you again.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sia.
Oh, wait.
Oh, Tom put the wrong person in the room. He tucked Sia in there instead of Carla.
Coming back.
Bring her back.
Bye, Carla.
Yeah. That's all right.
Okay. Yeah, I see.
Bye, Carla. Thank you so much.
There we go.
You know,
Here we are.
there's just too many of us. There's just too many of us. It's a wonderful problem to have. Tom, you are doing great. Don't worry. This is all going to be fun. This is all why. This is why we come.
I am only a man.
You are only a man.
Okay.
Oh, and you are only just one of the best men I've ever known. So how about we move on to our second team member?
Yes.
We're going to tonight. Today we're going to stay with Andrea Mullen. I say tonight because of course Andrea lives up the road from me. She and I have been friends for over 10 years, 15 years. She tried to teach me yoga. She tried ever so hard, ever so patiently to do what she could for me. And she is amazing. She taught yoga at the Greek retreat last year. She is one of the kindest human beings I've ever seen or met, and her generosity is quite astounding. Miss Andrea Mullen, the 6D yogi.
Nice.
Hey, Andrea.
She is one of the kindest human beings I've ever seen.
No worries. Hi, Andrea. Nice to meet you.
Hi. Hi, Tami. Thank you so much for having us on your show, me and the whole of the 6D team. It's a pleasure to be here.
Oh, well, we're so excited. And so tell us a little bit about yourself and your program.
Okay, so my name's Andrea Mullen. I'm from Scotland. I've been living in Greece for about 30 years. I have 3 children. I'm a full-time yoga Pilates teacher. I'm also an EFL. I teach English as a foreign language as well, so I'm very busy. I've known Sia for over 10 years. We met at a social group in Athens, and we lived just up the road from each other. So Sia invited me to do the retreat with her in May to do the yoga, which was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. We had a lot of fantastic ladies, a lot of mixed abilities. So we were doing at the same time mat yoga, we were doing chair yoga, and we had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I learned so much. I'm so grateful for what I learned from the ladies. I mean, I really had to pull my socks up about modifying classes. And so with the experience that I gained on the retreat, Sia asked me to start doing some videos for 6D. And so I think I've got about 10 videos that are on her site now.
Yes,
and
Andrea has a playlist, her own playlist of all her yoga videos as well. Sorry, go ahead, Andrea.
So, I mean, the idea with the yoga is that, yoga is quite intimidating. I mean, if you look at all these pictures on social media, all these pretzel shapes, and that's a very, very small part of yoga. And yoga can be accessible to everybody. And that's really what I wanted to do. From my experience on the retreat, so the videos that I've done are videos that people that might have limited mobility. So they could do whatever we're doing, they can do it from a chair. Perhaps people that want the security of the chair, they can use the chair as a prop. And then for the real yogis, there's some flows, warm-up, sun salutations. So it's just compiling a playlist so that everybody can enjoy the benefits of yoga.
Yeah, it's fantastic. She gives us a video. Every time she sends a video, she says, this is the sun salutation. This is the sun salutation with a chair. This is a warm-up on the mat. This is a warm-up for a chair. And all the blog posts that we post about with yoga, with her videos, before when we put them on the playlist, we always post one with a mat and one with a chair, so that that Andrea is always giving us options and choices so that we can keep moving and stay connected to that. And she's lovely, of course.
Yeah. Oh, I love that, because that's very inclusive. So, if you have a physical disability, if you are just beginning and you're intimidated by it, you have options, so you can at least learn. So is it what Andrea's doing then is you're not having a specific class, but you have all the videos are on the website?
Yeah, it's we're posting the videos so people can get a little bit of a taste. Maybe they've never tried yoga, I mean, yoga is a fantastic, it's a really approachable form of exercise, because it's very low impact on your joints. It can be modified for all levels. You don't need special equipment. You just need some comfortable clothes, and you don't even need a mat. If you have a rug or a towel, and just be a little bit mindful of slipping, but there's nothing special you need for it. So what we wanted to do with the videos was for everybody to maybe get a little taste of yoga, to try it and see if they liked it. And hopefully, if people will go on and leave some comments, maybe leave some comments telling me what kind of video you would, what kind of yoga class you would like, if there's something that you would really like to work on. And then we're thinking with Sia, maybe in the new year, to start some live classes through Zoom with people. Of course, it would be, it would be of all levels. We would do specific, if it was like chair yoga class, then it would be, if people were limited in mobility, then we'd do a class for this. But I mean, the benefits are, are just endless, both physically and mentally. So, there's also a couple of breathing videos that have been uploaded, and I've just prepared a yoga nidra that we did on the retreat, which everybody really enjoyed. It's a meditation, a guided meditation. So there's a real variety to choose from.
I love it. And, everyone that I know that does yoga, they look so fit. It's like, seriously, this comes from doing yoga. It's just like amazing how, muscular they look and how fit, and it is mind, body, and spirit too. It's so amazing. So,
it's definitely, it's really good for elderly people, because, as we get older, we kind of lose our mobility because we're a little bit inactive. And it's really important to work on flexibility, on balance, because these are things that will avoid accidents. They will protect us from having accidents. So, and all these flexibility, balance, they can also be achieved from the safety of a chair. So, it's a great form of exercise. And also the mental benefits, for stress relief, anxiety, releasing anxiety, just feeling good about yourself, about moving your body, being able to do something. And also the challenge, sometimes, challenging yourself to do some poses is good.
yeah, I love that. I love it.
Yeah,
That's great. Well, that's very exciting. I'm anxious. I'm going to check out those videos.
Yeah, please do. And leave a comment.
But what about kids doing yoga? How, is that a good thing for children to do yoga?
Well, as I said, I'm also an EFL teacher. I teach English as a foreign language. So I teach children, and I use yoga so much in my lesson because the children come to me and they've had a full day at school and they've got to do an English lesson. So, they're tired. You can just feel all this negative energy around them. So what I get them to do is I get them to stand up, to do some breathing, to do some sun salutations, just to get the blood going into their head. And it totally changes their whole mood, just a couple of minutes of breathing exercises or sun salutations, and I've got a different kid on my hands.
I love that. It's amazing. So we do have a question for you, Andrea. Jesse wants to know, is it a particular style or practice of yoga that you offer?
Okay, my personal practice is a vinyasa. I do vinyasa, which it's quite a strenuous, it's quite a strong practice. It's very creative as well. The yoga that I teach here in Athens, I teach vinyasa yoga, but I have mixed ability classes. So there are so many modifications that I will put in a class. So, everybody feels that they're getting something from the lesson. So, there's things that we can do to make it easier for everybody. And for the real strong yogis, they can do the whole class.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much.
I can confess that years ago, I had a problem with my right arm, and I was just starting to able to use it again. And I went to Andrea, and slowly she worked with me, and using the vinyasa practice with the modifications for my own situation, she's helped me heal that to now where I love to chaturanga. So anyway, I thought Andrea might like it if I said chaturanga.
Okay, thank you so much, Andrea.
Thanks, Andrea.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Okay.
isn't it lovely? I'm so glad that she's
Wonderful.
Yes, yes. So our next two are Marianne Rose and Michelle Ray. We're going to bring them in together because they are a team that have created something called Connections. Connections has been born out of a need from people who went through a modified fasting program or a 60 balance program. And then where'd that community go? Where'd that support go? Well, Marianne Rose and Michelle Ray bring you that community and bring you that support. Their qualifications are out of this world. I'm totally going to put their bio links in the chat room again on the video stream. These two ladies, Michelle has a heart that is one of the most limitless organisms, entities of being that I have ever experienced. And no matter how many times her heart gets poked or tweaked or just downright punched, she opens it right back up and she's right there for the world. And Marianne, I can speak personally to her skills as a psychotherapist. Recently, I went through a traumatic couple of weeks and she gave me guidance and strength and focus and has brought me back to what I feel is a good place to be. So if you want someone to be leading your support group, it is indeed Miss Marianne and Miss Michelle. Hey, ladies.
Hi, ladies, and welcome. So who wants to go first and tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're doing? Volunteer?
I'll jump in.
Oh, thank you, Marianne.
Hi, I'm Marianne. I'm 64. I live on a very windy right now island and up in the Pacific Northwest, hoping that my connection I can keep the connection, which is the name of our group, ironically. And I'm originally from Cape Cod, Massachusetts, that area. And after I left college in 1980, I actually ran an aerobics business on the tip of Cape Cod for over 10 years. And that was my job. And through that, I always had a really huge interest in nutrition. And also one of our students passed away from anorexia, which was unknown at that time. It was very confusing. And so when I left the Cape, came to the Pacific Northwest, and I got my master's in clinical psychology for no other reason, just that I was interested in it, and very quickly fell into a private practice for the next 25 years, where I have now 2 young adult daughters. And my specialty was adolescence and also eating disorders and addictions. So I've been around since the days of when eating disorder treatment centers would not let anyone be vegetarian, forget vegan, and I always pushed back against that. But when you're working in a medical model, and it was always a challenge. And what I learned through 30 years of being a therapist, I'm now retired, is that the support groups were magic. I mean, if addiction, the best definition I can think of for addiction is when we continue to do a behavior that we know the consequence is not very loving for ourselves, and yet we continue to do it. That's the broadest definition of addiction. And I think we're all, most people are on a gamut somewhere with that. And the opposite of that is connection. And there's a lot of research about that. The opposite of addiction is connection. And so I loved doing groups, as interesting as they can be, because you never know what will happen. It's driven by the people. Anyway, so I had to get out of the medical model after 30 years, and I retired, and suddenly I got a diagnosis after many years of body issues that I had psoriatic arthritis, which is an autoimmune disease. And I lost one of my fingers basically. And by the time I got the diagnosis, they wanted to immediately put me on the extreme drugs, the biologics. And I was annoyed because I thought it took them so long to figure it out. Why would I jump right to the big guns? So I had been mostly vegan, vegetarian throughout the years. I mean, I understood sugar, flour, wheat, what they did in my body. I got that. And so I as soon as I got rid of the vegetable oils, my condition, I refused the drugs, and I thought I'm going to try 6 months of doing what I can. And just getting a diagnosis was huge, because once I had a diagnosis, I could understand, and immediately I could figure out that the research about the oils was huge, and that made a big difference. So I continued on. And then I found Sia through you, Tami, on Nutmeg Notebook thing. I saw Sia and I thought, interesting. So I thought I'll try it. So last March I did a 10-day intensive and fasting, and the changes that I've made through Sia's direction, my blood pressure, my pain, I'm on no medications, it's amazing. My rheumatologist, of course, doesn't really believe it, which is also amazing to me. Anyway, so after the 10 days, it's sad to leave these people that you've been in contact with, because you really, even through Zoom, which has been so nice to understand that we can do these connections over Zoom. I'm geographically isolated. Many of us are nutritionally isolated. And yet I certainly feel like Michelle is such a good friend of mine now, and we have a connection that is unique. And so when these programs ended,
No, we lost audio.
Oh, we lost audio.
No, let her know we lost audio. Tell her.
It's Marianne. Marianne, do your sound dance. Do your sound dance.
mm,
There, you're back.
All
Okay.
right. Okay.
Well done.
Okay, there we are.
It's
My-
actually a thing.
It's a
thing.
signal. It's a signal to turn it over to my co-facilitator. Thank goodness for Michelle. Together, we are just trying to support people, and you know, it's a brand new program, so we're being led by the community, and so grateful to Sia. So that's me.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank
You're
Mary.
lovely. It's nice to meet you.
Oh, yes. Oh,
And there's Michelle, and I know Michelle because we did fasting together. So good to have you here, Michelle. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Good morning. I am Michelle Ray. I am from Birmingham, Alabama. I am a full-time employee working as a medical dosimetrist at, that's part of the radiation oncology department. I am a product of Tami and Sia as well, because we've heard this kind of model coming through, because Tami has been so loving to her community. That's how I found out who Sia was. I too, in January, was listening to the replay and heard Tami talking about what she was about to do. And I was thinking, wow, that's wonderful. And I looked on the website and it looked like it was closing that day. And I signed up, and then I was like, I'm just going to see what this is about. And then February rolled around and it happened. After the first day, I said, I don't know what this is truly about. I said, but I know this is what I need to be doing. So we went through the 10 days. I signed up for March and April at that point. And then Sia had retreats, but I am a product of someone that keeps coming back. Ever since February, I have not missed a program except for May when she was in Greece and I could not come. But it's something that I didn't realize at the time that I needed, but I needed it badly. I remember one of the discussions that we were having, Tami was saying something about, people that hear it but didn't get it. And I remember that was the first day that I had my emotional breakthrough as well. I said, you're talking about me. You're talking about a person. That person is me. I did not know anything about plant-based, whole food plant-based until 2016 when Mastering Diabetes introduced me to it, but I wasn't ready. I guess I wasn't ready because I wasn't there. I didn't do what I was supposed to have done. Then what turned around everything for me was Dr. Neil Bernard had a hot flash study, and I was a part of that. That was last year in July. When that happened, it proved to me what your diet and what you do affects your body. It affects it in a way, which I knew that, but I didn't know that for it to get it personally. When that was proven to me, I said, this is what I'm going to do. I started doing it, and then the holidays comes around, and then I was like, what do? I don't know what to do, but I held on. And then in January, I was listening to you, Tami, and you introduced me to Sia. And then from that point on, I have been in it. I remain in it, and I will hopefully for the future continue to be in it. And so I am still a student, but I'm also venturing out to say what I've learned, I am going to share. And I'm going to support the other individuals that's in this program, because this is what it's about. It's about whatever we've learned, help someone else, reach out to someone else. We need each other, no matter what we're doing, to move forward in this world. And so we're going to do better, we're going to be better, and we're going to live better. And our connections with each other forces that.
I love that. So how does the group work? How often do you meet, and how do you meet? Is it a Zoom call?
Yes, it's a Zoom call that meets once a week, and it meets for 6 weeks. And anybody can come as long as you have at least came through one of the modified fasting programs or one of the 6D balance programs. Either program, if you went through one of them, you can be a part of this. And then this, like Marianne said, the program is new. We just started it. October was our first startup. And so we're into it now. Now, though, the individuals kind of lead it, because it's what's after the programs, what's next? What do you need? What do you need to keep going on? What do you need to keep moving forward? What are you struggling with? Or what made you successful? All of those things kind of bubble in, because we need to hear those things, because it's easy. I have been my own experiment, and it's easy when you do not have the focus, and it's all about focus. When you do not have that, you can see yourself drifting off, and you don't know that you're drifting until you're way out there, and it's like, oh, I got to come back to center. And then, but here we're just trying to create a community where we keep our center strong. And if anybody does float off, they can come right back.
That's nice. It's good to have that a support system. So what time of day do you all meet?
We meet on Fridays and Saturdays for 1 hour, and my time, Central Time, it is 11:30, and it's for 1 hour on Fridays, and it's 1 hour on Saturday.
That is so great, you guys. This is amazing. And, you know, this is a piece that so many people are missing because of where they live. And so this is wonderful. And I have to agree with what Marianne, you made a point of this earlier, that even though when you're in these groups for like 10 days and you're doing the Zoom calls, at the end, there really is a true bond that group of people feels with one another, because, you know, sometimes you're sharing and it's a little bit vulnerable, you know, you're exposing your true self and sharing things that, you know, you're not sharing with other people because it feels safe, because, you know, you feel the love and care of everybody in that group. And so it's wonderful that you're offering this now so that people can continue on to have that. And because there's a true connection that everybody feels.
Yeah, for sure. And it's such a beautiful thing that they're providing this. And, you know, we do it in like little 6-week chunks. So, you know, you don't have to sign up for like the next 6 months of your life. It's 6 weeks, get connected. Maybe the next 6 weeks don't work, then come back for 6. It's fluid, it's flowing.
Yeah.
It's like Michelle said, what do you need? You tell us what you need. That's what it is. And then we shall try to find it for you. Marianne and Michelle are absolutely two of the most perfect people for this new program of ours. So thank you both.
Sounds great. And I love your glasses, Michelle. I haven't seen you in a while. Those are
Thank you.
So cute. So cute. And you're both dressed in pink. You just look amazing. And that was an accident, huh?
That's our connection.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. There you go. I love it. I love it. That's our connection. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Oh, Tom,
I bumped the button.
bring her back. We didn't get to say goodbye.
Push the button.
Bring her back. Yes, it was Michelle. You bumped her and you didn't mean to.
Yeah, I was getting.
There she is. You got bumped.
Okay, he accidentally bumped you, Michelle.
That's okay. That's
Oh,
okay.
man.
To say it properly.
Yeah, because we wanted to be able to say goodbye to you. And you look radiant. Obviously, everything that you're doing is working and you look so healthy. And Marianne, I just can't wait to get to know you better. You have such a soft and wonderful, approachable personality. You guys are just perfect to lead this group. So it's very exciting.
Yeah, it really is. Thanks for that, Tami. Yeah. Thank you, ladies. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Awesome.
Now you can push the button.
Now you can push the button.
See what happens when you give a man power.
Oh, Tami, come on now. All right, we're just gonna segue right on, shall we?
Yes, let's do.
Because this is the book club. And I think you remember, like one of the other times I was here, you said, you know, how did book club started? And it was because I had some books on my shelves and I needed to get them read. I had a couple friends at True North. I called them up. You want to make a book club? Sure, that sounds good. Well, That was like, I don't know, like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, something like that. I don't know, time eludes me. And now we have, and it was, like I would pick a book, we'd do it, I'd pick another book, we'd do it. And it was, no, you are looking at book club moderators, plural. Plural. It's amazing. There was so much, I had never anticipated so much interest in an online book club community. But it's because, I think it's because we are reading and learning about things that matter to us, to our lives. Kathy right now is in the middle of How Not to Diet, and if there's anybody who guides a group through How Not to Diet, it's Miss Kathy Taylor. We know of her accomplishments. She's also going to be doing Fiber Fueled, and Robin is kicking off this week. You guys get on the website, get signed up. Seriously, TikTok starts this weekend, Atomic Habits. So these two ladies have two diametrically different areas of books, and that's the whole point. 60 balance. Let's start reading books and exploring areas outside of just what to eat. So, Kathy, Robin, thank you for making book club so much more than just a little book club.
Yeah. So, Kathy, do you want to start? Good to see you. Would you like to start? Tell us a little bit about your journey, and then tell us about the book club that you're leading.
Thanks, Tommy. Thanks, Tammy and Tom. I watched Forks Over Knives a few years, 3-4 years ago, and was totally convinced that eating plants was the way to go. So grateful for it. I dieted all my life, but I did not know what to do. I mean, yeah, it's a great idea. I didn't know how to cook. So I found these wonderful cooking videos by Nutmeg Notebook, and I watched you, and I would replay it and go cut something. And then I'd watch you and go stir something. So thank you, Tammy. You helped me get started on, how do you even begin to live this lifestyle? And I watched hundreds of other videos and was so grateful. And eventually I heard about True North Health Center in Santa Rosa, California, and thought, okay, I weighed over 400 pounds at that point and knew I had done serious damage to the inside of my body, and I wanted to heal. So the water only fasting was a way to jumpstart a program of healing and moving forward. So that was September, October, November of 2019. And that's where I met Sia and realized she just is like a giant super magnet, was for me. And Carol and a whole group of people that we met. When you are doing a modified fasting program or a water only fasting program, as you said, you expose your inner self because it's a very personal time, and you develop wonderful relationships. So when Sia started the book club, I went home, I signed right up for the book club. One of the therapists that I saw at True North said, you need to form a circle of strength, a circle of support. And so the book club for me was a weekly way to connect with my vegan tribe, my whole food friends, because none of my family was eating that way. None of my friends were eating that way. They just thought I had gone off the deep end, I guess. So learning. Dylan Holmes, I watched him over and over and over because I loved your teaching style. I loved his teaching style. Simple, this is real. This is how you do it. But he said that continuing to learn was the strongest indicator of who was going to be successful at living this program. And I thought, I just need to keep learning. So love the book club. And then Sia asked me to moderate a book club, and I was thrilled to do that because I wanted to learn. And you know, the best way to learn is to teach. And so I chose How Not to Diet, and we are still in the process of learning that. And the book club members teach me so much and keep me accountable. So what a wonderful community. We have 20 people in one of the book clubs and 10 in the other. And Tami, yesterday I was in Roseville meeting up with 10 of the book club members. We had people, Anita came 5 hours to meet up at the Vegan Plate.
And you didn't tell me you were here?
I thought you were too busy, Tami. When I come again in February, I want to go for a walk with you guys, you and Tom.
All right, you better.
On the trail with you. But James drove 2 hours to get there. Anyway, it was fun. And then this weekend, we'll meet up with 6 other book club members in Berkeley, San Francisco area. So
nice.
I flew in from Utah to meet with people in book club. You develop friendships that will last forever. And in the modified fasting programs, that's where I got to get to know you better and become a true friend, because it's a very intimate setting and just wonderful. And then in January, we're going to start Fiber Fueled, which is such a life-changing book. So to delve into that with a group of people, small groups, we're going to have just 15 people in the book club. So I'm just thrilled to death. It's so much fun to learn and to share, and you get so much more out of it when you are accountable to a group.
Absolutely. Well, wonderful. All right. Well, you better let me know when you're coming back.
Okay.
I can't believe you were here. Oh my gosh. I do want her to feel bad because I want her to tell me next time. I so would have met up with you.
I don't know what your schedule is, but I'm in Elk Grove right now. So
you're not that far.
Okay.
Yeah, we could. Okay. Well, do you have my phone number? Sia can give you my phone number, and then you can text me.
Okay.
And then thank you so much, Kathy. It was wonderful. And you have a great story and very inspirational. And I'm sure that your book club is awesome. You were formerly a teacher, so I'm sure you're very organized and do a great job.
It's wonderful. Every week she makes a video about her own journey through the reading for that week. And she has a playlist on our YouTube channel as well. So every week she puts up how she experienced the chapter or the reading, and then questions to guide her participants. I mean, it's teacher written all over it. Like there's you look at it and you're like, that's a teacher. But you look at it and you're like, wow, I could learn a lot from this woman. And truly, truly, you can learn a lot from Miss Kathy Taylor.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Kathy. And then we have Robin. Robin, haven't seen you forever.
I know. Last time I saw you, I was fasting at True North.
I know. Gosh, that was so long ago. That was fun.
It was long ago. And it's funny because that's one of the things that brought me into Sia's group. I'm going to go backwards for a minute and say it's just so neat organically how this group of women came together, and we all offer something a little bit different, and we're able to support and mentor each other. I feel so grateful to have been included into the group. How I got into the group is kind of funny. First of all, it was because I was visiting California with a mutual friend of mine and Tami's, and we did a phone call. We did a FaceTime phone call, and I was kind of sad that it was COVID and I couldn't get to True North again. I really wanted to do another fast. And somebody mentioned someone named Sia in Greece has these programs that you could do online. And I didn't tell Sia this. And it was Wanda that told me, Wanda Huberman from the NHA. I know, look at Sia's face. So really, when I was thinking about, oh my gosh, how did I even come to 60 Living, it was Wanda telling me that Tami got this last minute cruise to Greece and that she met Sia, and that's how it happened. And even my involvement, you have to be careful what you ask, because you end up doing it. I said, Sia, how come there's, not a Facebook group? She's like, well, I don't have time. I'm really busy. Could you do it? And well, okay, I've never done it before, but sure. And then I made a suggestion, instead of like just all the nutrition books, which are wonderful, why don't we do something on habit changing? Because habit changing, you can't do anything. You could have all the great food in your pantry, but unless you have those good habits to grab that food, well, and she never had heard of Atomic Habits. And the group is so open, because what happens is the community was able to vote on the books. And I think Sia was a little surprised that so many people really, really wanted to be a part of Atomic Habits. So that's, am I right?
Well, it was the second place was Undo It, and like barely. Barely. Oh yeah, you're so right. Everybody wanted it, Robin. So many people.
I'm going.
Yeah. So
I think it's something that you can apply to all different areas of your life too, though, as well. And not just food, but in all areas of your life. So a very important topic. So go ahead, Robin.
So it's interesting because one of the things I'm going to talk about in Atomic Habits is James Clear, who's the author, has Clearisms. So, he's become a phenomenon, and he has like little quotes. And one of those quotes are, people reflect your behavior back to you. And it's all about belonging to the right tribe. If this is how you want to live, if this is what you want to do, then these are the people that you want to hang out with. You want to hang out with, Nutmeg Notebook. You want to hang out with Dylan Holmes and, people in the plant-based community, listen to what they have to say. Because I think I've also heard somewhere, you are as, not only do the behaviors reflect back at you, but the type of people that you hang around with. If you're with compassionate people, you foster compassion. And, being in a community that fosters gratitude and compassion and, the affirmations that we are strong, we can get this done, we could do this together. Who doesn't want to be a part of that? Right.
Right.
So I'm just loving this community. As far as about me, I have ulcerative colitis, and I had a list of medications and other things that were going on with me. I was sitting in a lecture just to get continued education credit for my dietetics professional education, and I realized, it was a vegan lecture, and I just went to get credit. I was not vegan. I was not thinking about vegan. And I have a very conventional education in the medical field. And I realized there's another way. There are people that do this. And it was a switch. And I will tell you, I will tell everybody, I really feel like the education that I got through the whole food plant-based community was instrumental to wellness rather than the convention that I was, I was specializing in long-term care, gastroenterology, food sensitivities, and I still have some clients, especially locally. I also do personal chef work with people who find it difficult to make food the way they want to eat. And that, of course, I do locally, but I just got such an incredible education through the plant-based community on how to be healthy. and how to stay healthy. And I can't tell you that I'm off all my medications because that's not the answer for everyone. And I think it's a really important thing to know. Some of us have got to be on medication in order to stay in remission of what we have. But that's a part of it. That's a part of it. You know, eating all those greens, eating those vegetables, maintaining a healthy body weight, calorie density, you know, taught by Jeff Novak. He's the one who originated calorie density. That is instrumental in my life. And I always go back to that touchstone of calorie density, and changing habits. I'm really looking forward to being with our group to learn how to change habits incrementally, one atom at a time. That's why it's called Atomic Habits.
Nice.
I love that.
That's nice.
So when will you, what day of the week and what time will you be meeting?
So we're going to be meeting twice a week. Our first meeting is October the 30th, which is coming up. And so that's a Sunday. We're going to be doing Sundays and Tuesdays. I think there are a few spots left. So if people want to sign up, and
there are two different groups.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't have to
Either
go
show up on Sunday or show up on Tuesday.
There you go.
Tuesday
Okay.
night at 7:30, Sundays at 11. And I did the two different groups for people who work, for people who have busy days, to also be able to do that. You know, I'm all about connection. I'm all about groups. You know, the book clubs are fantastic. Attaching yourself to a community is also wonderful. Another community that I'm very intimately involved in is the NHA, the National Health Association. And I just love being a part of so much positive energy that is health-centered.
I love that. And I really appreciated the point that you made about not being off your medication, and that isn't the end for everyone. That's not the outcome for everyone who adopts this lifestyle. So thank you for sharing that as well. And, you know, many of the plant-based doctors also confirm that, you know, just the diet is great, but it's not a cure-all for everything. And there's some of us, myself included, who still have to take medication, even though we eat this wonderful, stellar diet. And there's no shame in that.
Right.
Of course, there's no shame in that. It's the idea that, well, if I didn't eat this way, I wonder how many pills I'd be on.
That's exactly right. I mean,
Right.
it just makes us, yeah, Kathy.
Well, I was on 14 medications and who knows how many over the counters, and I am on 0 now. But a whole food plant-based diet changes you inside and out, and life is wonderful. I just wanted to point out, I also have 3 book clubs coming up. Mine will be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays in the evenings, because evenings were when I tend to get the munchies the worst. And so you let me choose.
You needed something to do. Yeah. And on the website, when people go to the book clubs, you'll be able to see all the different clubs, all the days, all the options, all of those links for sure. Yeah, fantastic. Definitely different times,
Yeah.
different days. It's important so we can get more people involved.
Absolutely, because then you can reach a lot more people, more opportunities for everybody.
Absolutely.
That's so
Yeah.
fantastic. Well, I love it that you ladies are giving your time to do this and to create more communities for everyone. And I love that you can live anywhere in the world and you can join and be a part of a community. So, and there's probably not lots of local book clubs that are going to be reading these types of books. And so, you know, it's great for people because we learn so much. And I know I'm guilty too of buying lots of the books and then not making a commitment to get them read from cover to cover. So when you make a commitment to a group like that, then you are more apt to follow through. And that's true of, exercise and, just all kinds of things. If we have a commitment to a group, then we're more likely to follow through with it. So good work, ladies. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
No
Yeah,
problem,
keeping
Tina.
that accountability. Well done. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Robin. Thank you so much. And yeah, we'll see you guys at book club for sure, for sure. And Robin, thank you for that Facebook page. You are doing such a wonderful job there, and I really appreciate all the time and effort you put into it. We really appreciate that. Thank you.
And so can I ask, is the 60 Living Facebook group, is it a closed group? Do you have to have been in a program through 60 Living to join it? Or
I think you just have to ask, and then then Robin or I approve you.
So
Okay.
Sia and I are technologically challenged, and we're trying our best to muddle through being admins on admins on the Facebook group, because I've never done it before. She's never done it before, but as we have just heard from Kathy, you learn as you do, and we're just doing, and you have to be approved by the admin. We try to keep the trolls out, but that's all it is. We just don't want anyone to spam the group. Another thing that might be different with our group versus maybe some of the other closed group, it is a private group, and people are welcome to share, but we are encouraging people to self-promote, people in the plant-based community to come in and say, I have a cooking show going on. I have something that I'm presenting. So Tami, you're welcome to post in our closed group because you are a member.
Okay.
And let us know what's going on. We want to improve our engagement, and we want to be able to show our community, which it's growing very fast. Our community is growing very fast. We want to thank you for that, Tami, because I think that you have been instrumental in helping with that. But if anyone knows somebody, we're saying, please invite them in. We don't want to be exclusive, but we want to keep our membership in line with the 60 Living values. So that is the bottom line.
Okay.
There you go.
That's great. That's great, because that's that's another place for community, and also a place where people can ask questions.
Yeah.
When they have questions about, should I eat this or should I eat that, or should I, do this or do that? So that's a good place to go then also to ask questions.
Definitely, and share ideas and recipes and
Yeah.
I don't know, and different meditations and different all parts of the 60 life. Just share it all there. So yeah, thank you very, very much, Robin, for doing that for all of us in the community. It is very much appreciated.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you, Robin. All right. Wow, you guys, you've got so many good things going on. It's super exciting. Anything else you want to add, Sia?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff, but you know what? I thought they all did such a wonderful job talking about what they're doing that I think it'd be really great. Let's let some people spend some time on the 60 website, ask some questions, check it out, surf around, find pages, look at different groups. Contact us, and when you contact and send an email, it comes to me, send me an email, ask me, whatever you need to know. Yeah, there are a couple of things we have, like you can now do a modified fasting program on your own time. You remember we had the cleanse program that we did last year. Well, we have a new program this year. It's a new protocol. So the cleanse program, you can now download the whole thing, all the materials, and do it whenever you like. So there's that kind of thing. And then, oh yeah, Yeah, so if you're interested in doing a modified fasting program live in person in Greece, 2024, yes. Check it out on the website. You can actually click right now and just send me your information that you're interested in it. And I'm going tomorrow to look at the retreat center. We're moving forward. So if you're interested in finding out more information, just sign up for that and I'll email you some stuff as soon as it gets going. But other than that, honey, modified fasting programs, connecting with people, WhatsApp. So good to see you here again today. It's been really, really nice. I'm just so glad everybody got to meet who's actually doing all of the work.
Yes, absolutely. It's wonderful. So, hey, let me ask you for the retreat for 2024, and we want everyone to realize this is not next year. It's not 2023. It's going to be in 2024. And is that going to be in the Athens area?
It's going to be in, I'm looking at tomorrow. Like I said, I'm still looking at venues, but I have it narrowed down tomorrow. I'm going to look at a venue on the island of Evia.
Evia. Ooh,
So it will be a
I didn't visit
retreat.
that one.
It's not like a little vacation where you just need like kind of go off or whatever. It will be a focused, modified fasting program retreat with the requisite protocol foods, meditations, lectures, activities for all 6 dimensions. It's a full-on retreat. And so it's we're putting it together the best we can. And of course, I'll be in touch with you, Tami, because I need some ideas.
Okay, sounds great. Yeah,
All right.
well, wonderful. So, people could take a vacation, go to Greece, do the retreat,
Yeah.
and then do some sightseeing. That'd be
There you
wonderful.
go. There you go.
And I'm
It's
pretty sure the
wonderful.
food will be amazing as well.
Yes.
Well, I can't
Yeah,
thank you
well,
enough. I'm so excited about everything that's going on with 60 Living. This is just
Oh.
super exciting. You've just exploded over
It-
this past year, and
it
it's really
really-
exciting.
Yeah,
So,
it really has. And again, thank you, my friend. You've
and
really given us so much support and encouragement, both in a community and to me personally. You've been a wonderful and continue to be an amazing support and friend in my life. So I appreciate that
Well,
very much.
and you as well. You're, very important to me. And I'd like to say, you started this online community because you didn't have a community
That's
there
right.
in Greece. And just look at what it has done now. Just,
That's right.
your fairy dust has just sprinkled out and gone far and wide. And, it isn't, it's amazing.
You and that fairy dust. I love that fairy dust. But I'll tell you something. You're right. I was all alone and I needed community. I wasn't going to be doing well. I was never, ever going to be successful. I knew it. It was too complicated. It was just too much. And I just didn't even know what I wanted to do, really. So I just needed help, I just wanted people. And then it turns out we all kind of need people. And just knowing that there are people that are out there, that's what this is. So it doesn't matter in the 60 community what you eat, how you live. Oh, okay, well, some things. Yeah, right. Like some of the biggies, like, yeah, we don't want that kind of stuff. But maybe you're not 100% whole food plant-based. Maybe you're not 100% vegan. But maybe you're wondering about it. Maybe you're curious about learning. So what 60 Living is, it's a safe place where we can learn about new information without judgment, without criticism, with kindness and support. And I really, really hope that that's what we continue to grow to be for one another.
Yeah, well, it's all about accepting where people are in their journey.
Oh, isn't it? Isn't that it? Yeah.
And letting them, give them guidance, but letting them have the freedom to progress as they need to progress. So
exactly.
all right.
meet someone where they are and then start walking together.
That's right.
And see where that goes. Tami, thank you so much.
Mm.
I know you're over there. Thank you. Bye.
Hugs and much love. So Tom's going to put you back in the waiting
cool.
room. And then we're going to do a couple shout outs for some of the plant-based vendors that we love. And then we'll come back
I'll be
and join.
right here, darling. Thank you so much. And thank you everybody for watching the show today and in the Nutmeg community. Thank you all for all your support.
Absolutely. Thanks, Sia. All right, you guys, wasn't that wonderful? So many different opportunities for you to join. So if you live in Timbuktu and you don't know anybody who eats this way, there is a way to have that sense of community. Just go to the 60 Living website and look at all the different things they have and join the Facebook group that they have going, because that's a great place to ask questions. So lots of exciting things happening in the plant-based community with some of our favorite vendors. And so we wanted to talk about that. And I'm going to grab my tray here. So my refrigerator did not shut. So I can show you some more products. So if you already belong to subscribe to Well Your World, you may have seen in your email this morning that Reeves and Dylan sent out that they are having a sale. It starts today for their SOS-free pizza sauce. And this is really delicious, you guys. So you can put it on a pizza crust. You can use the big portobello mushrooms and put it on those and put pizza toppings on those. They did a video about making little potato pizzas. Lots you can do. So SOS free, salt, oil, and sugar free. It's absolutely delicious. And it's 10% off starting today through the evening of next Wednesday, which would be November 2nd. And you get free shipping in the US with a $50 minimum order. And it's wellyourworld.com/nutmeg is our link. And I think Tom put it in the show notes as well. So while you're there, you'll also find lots of other products. They have pasta sauce. They have two. There's the classic and the mushroom. These are delicious. You can make my lasagna using these, and it just makes the lasagna go so much faster. I use their SOS-free ketchup all the time, the barbecue sauce, lots of different salad dressings. This is the sweet heat. I actually like to take either the sweet heat or the mustard dressing and mix it with some of the ketchup as a dip for my oil-free fries, you guys. So amazing. They have cheese sauce, a gravy sauce. We call it our cheater cheese sauce. When I don't have time to make it from scratch, I'll just grab Dylan's. This is salt-free seasonings. There's tons of them. This is the Galaxy Chili Lime. You guys see, I put this on potatoes. I put it on my salads when I make my Mexican salads. The Stardust, another salt-free substitute. This one I think has nutritional yeast in it, and then this one does not. So for those of you who are sensitive to it, lots of products on their page, pancake mix, all kinds of things. So we do earn a commission. So if you would use our link, we would appreciate it. And they're going to start doing weekly specials, some bundles, some different specials. And so you want to sign up and get on their mailing list as well. So that is Well Your World. You can put in the chat what your favorite products are from Well Your World. We use them all the time. And then I also want to show you, oh, thank you, Tom. This is Wellbeing, and they have amazing products. Caroline, who is one of the co-founders of it, she is nutritarian, so she follows Dr. Furman. And so these are compatible with whole food plant-based. There is half a serving of legumes in every serving of well-being. These happen to be what they call the nuggets. This is the pumpkin seed chai, which is a seasonal flavor. And I just got my box yesterday, and these are absolutely amazing. So these are made with dates, navy beans, pumpkin seeds, raisins, cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, cardamom, cloves, and absolutely delicious. Tastes like fall. And we have a discount code for you to use. It is nutmeg 10. Nutmeg is all caps 10, and you get a 10% discount on your order. So get these, because these are so delicious, and they're just available during the fall. This is one of my favorite flavors, the vanilla carob. And so if you can't have chocolate, but you can have carob, then these are perfect for you, because they get you that chocolate fix. And then this is my other favorite chocolate, the almond fudge brownie. This one is made with black beans, all healthy, wonderful ingredients. The sunflower fig, also super delicious. Tom likes the chocolate chip walnut, as well as the peanut butter. And the peanut butter one is our grandkids' favorite. They love it. And then there's the lemon poppy seed as well. So you go to wellbeing.life and use our discount code nutmeg, all caps 10, the number 10, for a 10% discount. And then local spicery, if you happen to be, and Kathy, you're probably pretty close to Tiburon, because you're in the San Francisco area. So this weekend, local spicery, they have a beautiful storefront in Tiburon, California. It's at 80 Main Street. And on Sunday from 11 to 6, they are going to be giving out samples of mulled cider there and showcasing their holiday spices. I got to move this back so you can see. So you may have seen our recent video that we did. We went up to their store here locally, and Nick made us a wonderful pumpkin curry. And so we have a video for that. The recipe is on the blog. We use their SOS free bouillon spice. So you can make your own bouillon. It's bada bada bing bouillon, unami, and it's wonderful. And this is what's great about this is you don't have to store a dozen boxes of broth. You can just get this one little bag. This takes up very little space in your pantry. And then this is an amazing salt substitute that actually tastes salty. I love all the salt substitutes that I've purchased. This one actually tastes really salty and delicious. So it's called Salacious, and it is fantastic. Smoked paprika, lots of different curries, and the pepperoni blend. You can, make mushrooms taste like pepperoni if you're missing that flavor. Combine that with Dylan's SOS free pizza sauce, and you can make a really amazing pizza for yourself. So we do have our link for local spicery is that it's in the show notes too. Yeah, it's localspicery.com/nutmeg notebook. You have to put in all of Nutmeg Notebook, otherwise it'll just take you to their page of nutmeg. So so wonderful, delicious spices. They have an entire line of SOS free, the best cinnamon that you can imagine. Oh, I thought I had gotten out the vanilla. I left my vanilla there. So anyway, that's super delicious. And then I just want to tell you what's coming up next week. Next week, we have Faith from Faithful Plateful, and she's going to be here talking about her brand new book. I just got my copy. It's coming out in November. And this is a cookbook for kids that is whole food, plant-based. It's amazing. And so there's lots of recipes in here that children can make, which I think is going to be super exciting. The grandkids are coming over today. I'm going to let them look through it, and we're going to pick something out that we can make together. And kid approved. She has 3 children. And so she has tried these recipes out on her kids. She will be making a wonderful stir fry for us next Thursday at 9 o'clock. So you're going to want to come back for that. And then we also have, Nick coming on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Nick from Local Spicery. He is going to come on. We're going to do a special extra live with him. That'll be at 10 a.m. on Wednesday. And he's going to talk to us all about cinnamon. They have different kinds of cinnamon and how to know which cinnamon to choose for what recipes. So that's what we've got coming up. I'm super excited. The holidays are coming, you guys. We're going to be super busy. We've got a lot of stuff cooking in the kitchen around here, and super excited to share everything with you guys. And Tom, anything else that you wanted to add?
Reeves is going to teach Luca how to cook next week. Bring the show.
Reeves is going to teach Luca how to cook next week. All right. Well, that's exciting. That'll be fun. It's too bad we can't videotape some of our cooking sessions with the grandkids for y'all, because it is pretty hilarious. You know, they have a real hard time keeping the spoon or the spatula out of their mouth. And one day last week, I caught Diego was licking a seasoning jar. It was just like, oh my gosh, you just never know what's going to happen when you're cooking with kids in the kitchen. So anyway, thank you, Jesse and Tiffany and the team from 60 Living and Sia. What a wonderful program today. We're so glad you guys showed up and spent time with us. Email us at Tami@nutmegnotebook.com or Tom@nutmegnotebook.com. Let us know what you want to hear in future shows, because we're here for you guys. We want to do the kind of programming that is meaningful to you. So ladies, thanks for moderating today. Thank you, Tom, for keeping everything going for us electronically. He doesn't want to show his face because he's still wearing funky glasses. We're still in the middle of his cataract surgeries, and more coming up this week and next week. So anyway, thanks a lot for joining us. We'll see you next time. I'm Tami and he's Tom, and we help you get healthy and stay healthy one meal at a time. See you next time. Bye.